Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Magical Witchy World TV. I'm Star Ravenhawk.
And I am Rhonda Allen. Welcome back. Happy to
Yay!
be back. Happy
And happy
Friday
Friday. Now on with the show.
with the show.
It's a magical, witchy world. It's a magical, witchy world.
Welcome,
Welcome, Jen.
Jen.
Good to,
Hello.
hi, good to see you here tonight with us.
Thank you.
That's
Welcome,
awesome.
Jen Norman. Yes,
Yeah.
and for those who may have been here, not last Friday, the Friday before, we did have technical issues and weather issues. So,
Yeah.
yay. So thankful, grateful you could make it back for this
Thank you
Yes.
for
week.
having me back.
Yes.
Absolutely. And as we like to do, we absolutely want to introduce you to everyone watching live or on playback. So, first, let me go through your bio. So, Jen Norman is a practicing witch and professional tarot reader from Enid, Oklahoma. She still resides in her hometown with her two dogs and is the co owner of Jezebel's Emporium and Tea Room. Jen has been practicing her craft for over 18 years and is a high priestess trained by Madame Z in the cauldron of the Triple Moon Coven. Jen regularly teaches in person classes at her shop in Enid, where she also reads tarot, oracle, and Lenormand, leads seances, and hosts the occasional midnight margarita party. And we will be streaming your or tracking your website on Facebook, your Facebook page, as we go through the show. And just to make certain I have it right, everyone should look for Dark Incantations Witchery on Facebook.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for making it back.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
And
you, guys.
so happy to have you join us here tonight. Okay, so we begin with one of our first questions that we love to ask people because we would like to have people tell us what they identify as.
Okay.
Because over the years, when we begin, we kind of say we're this particular thing,
Right.
not titles that other people give us, but what we call ourselves. And as we go through our journey, as the time goes by, we kind of go, okay, and then you end up somewhere and you go, okay, so this is who I am. So we'd love to kind of do that arc with you and see what you began as and where you are right now.
Okay. Like began as.
Well, I don't mean when you were born.
Okay.
I mean when you began your journey magically.
Okay.
What did
I,
you
s-
identify yourself as?
I started out just as a, I don't want to say basic, but just a learning eclectic witch. I was trying anything and everything to see what worked, what I liked. Um, and it morphed, and I learned a lot. Um, I read a lot of books, and I recommend that to anyone who is on that journey, and read the old books. Don't
Mhm.
read all
Yes.
the new books, read the older books. But I read a lot of books, and I morphed into taking some classes and taking some in-person classes, online classes. And I met Susie
Mm.
Zern, and then I did her year-long initiation into that coven. But I ended up now, 20 years later, I'm a Hecatean high priestess witch. That is my final resting spot.
Fabulous, fabulous. But there's an
Okay.
arc there. There's a journey
Yes,
Yes,
for
quite
it's
a
sure.
always
journey.
there. It's always there throughout the journeys. That's what I've noticed. So that's why
Quite a
we
journey.
have to tell us what that journey was like for
Yep.
them and to name it because we are never going to assume to call
Right.
everyone one particular thing because as we all know, it's a magical witchy world and there are many diverse groups of who we are and how we identify ourselves,
Yep.
which is why we
Right.
like to tell people about that and introduce people to many different groups of people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, and you gave us a little view as to to your journey by starting out with the the curiosity and then the book reading. So tell us,
Yes.
what was it that brought you to that place where you were like, I need to learn more about this? How did you begin this journey?
I began this journey. I'm going to be real frank.
Yes,
I was
totally.
brought up. I was brought up Southern Evangelistic Baptist,
Mm-hmm.
Southern Evangelical Baptist, and I, from a very young age, knew that that was not the path for me.
Not for me.
It was not.
Right.
When I was 14, I told my mom, I just don't want to go to church anymore. And my
Mm.
my parents are from Appalachia, and so my dad was like, "I'll stay home with the kid."
Oh, wow.
And so, and
He got
I'm
his
a,
out. He got his out.
he was like, "I'll stay home."
Right.
But I'm a psychic medium, and I get that from my dad and that
Mhm.
whole side, his side of the family. And
Yeah.
so I would stay home with him, and we would talk about things that we couldn't really talk about with mom around.
Yes.
And I learned a little bit of, I don't want to say witchery, I would just say folk magic stuff from him, just
Mhm.
old school, granny stuff, because
Yes.
his mom was a granny up in the hills.
Right
Right.
on.
My mom grew up in town. Daddy didn't grow up in town. He grew up in the hills. And so I could talk to him about stuff like, I see things that aren't there.
Yes.
he'd, be,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "It's okay. It's okay. It's not, you're not crazy, you little kid. You're all right."
Right.
And we couldn't really, he's like, "But don't talk about it to your mom."
Right.
Right.
Crazy. My parents loved me, and my mother, she accepted me very much as I am. She had no problem with me, my witch stuff. She always is like, "As long as you're happy, I'm happy."
Right.
But
Right. That's a rare thing, to be honest.
it is very
truly a
rare. I
rare
was very
thing.
fortunate, very
Yeah.
fortunate. We remained very close up until she passed away. But
Blessings.
but that's that curiosity. When I moved out from home and all that,
Mhm.
I just became more and more curious with the occult, and
Yeah.
and you have to, letting go of that religiosity is hard.
Oh,
Harder
yes.
than people realize.
Yes.
It's hard.
Harder.
And so you have to be like, "Oh, this is taboo," and then you're like, "That's really not, though. It's
Yeah.
not. it's not at all." You just
Yeah.
have to
Right.
read it, and the more you read and you learn, and you realize, oh, it's really just the universe, and it's kind of physics, and
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
actually
You kind of touched on my next question a bit, because my question next would be, like, from your point of view, not anyone else's, but from your point of view, what does it mean to be that witch?
to be that witch is I use my energy to bend the
Mhm.
universe to my will,
Right on.
and it's physics. If you really think about it, it's spiritual. Don't think it's not. I don't take that part out of it at all. I'm a very
Right.
spiritual person, but you're bending the universe to your will, and if you understand that and believe it and know that you can do it, it works.
Yeah.
Yes. That is fabulous. And
Absolutely.
as Star
Absolutely.
said, it is rare to have that level of support in the
Yeah.
family to
It
do
is.
that.
Is very, and my mother and I would have wonderful theological discussions,
Yeah.
and we never got it never got angry or anything like that. We would just talk,
Right.
and it was nice to have that support, because I know so many people don't in our community.
No.
It's you
Yeah.
leave the church, and you're just
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
wants you
Yeah.
around.
That's
So
it.
I
My,
was
my mom today was, like, when I was speaking to her earlier, that I got the apartment, I got the keys, I picked it up yesterday, and
Oh,
I was able to buy the apartment that I thought I wouldn't be able to buy. And she
right.
says, "Isn't it great? The God gave you everything." And she's going on and on
ah,
about God. And I'm like,
And you're like,
well, mom, let's just stop a minute. I'm just thinking it was the goddess, and she just
yes.
stopped,
mhm,
real quiet, real
Mhm.
quiet. And
yeah,
I'm like, well, she says, "Why did you have to bring that up?" I said, "Because you did.
because
Yes,
you
You
did,
because
brought it
you
up.
yeah.
did.
Everything is about God." And I said, it's just not logical. Who is the one that has the womb and keeps having the fertility part? It's
Yep,
Yes,
the woman. It's not
bringing
the
the life
male. I'm
in.
sorry. He does not have the parts for it.
yep.
So
Right.
she's like, "But I'm telling you the truth." And I'm
Oh,
like, "Okay, you're telling me your truth,
that's
and I'm
true.
telling you my truth. We all have our own truths. It
I
does
Yeah.
not negate the other. It's
one of
just,
my favorite conversations with my mom was, we were talking about spell work and stuff like that, and I'm like, "Mom,
Mhm.
a prayer is a spell.
Yes. Yeah.
You are asking an invisible deity to intercede on your behalf.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I'm doing.
Right.
Exactly.
And she was like, oh gosh, you're right.
Yeah.
So-
My mom would
Exactly.
never have. My mom would have been. Oh my gosh, are you kidding
Oh,
me? That would have been
no.
blasphemous. Okay.
No, my mom was like, oh, you're right. You're right. I'm like, Jesus was a witch, Mom. And she's like,
Yes.
he might have been.
See? That
Your
is
mom was very open-minded. But I'm
She
telling
was.
telling
She
you.
was very
open-minded and
open-minded.
supportive because no.
There,
Both
there's
of my parents were amazingly supportive of anything and everything that I did. I was
that is
very
such a
lucky.
gift. So
Oh,
tell
wow.
us now about how, because you've been, you're, as you said, you've been part of the coven. You went through that
Mhm,
your year introduction, but now at this point you are a priestess of Hecate,
mhm.
correct? So how is this? How do you live this in your day to day? How is this a part of your everyday life?
My everyday life. Well, I
Yeah, you're
have her around my neck all the
there. We
time.
go. There we
Um,
go.
I have I have several statues of her all over my house.
Yeah.
But I think it's just every day, my main spiritual practice every morning I wake up and make my coffee and I pull my first, tarot card of the day. And I just do my daily offering, whatever devotion I'm going to do to her.
Yes.
And I that's the other thing I have to explain to my mom is I don't worship my gods. It's a working with them.
Reciprocal thing. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
It's a relationship that you have with them, but I don't have to get on my knees and worship her. I just,
Right.
I give her an offering. She intercedes on my behalf, but
Right.
I want to honor her every day. So I give her some
Yeah.
kind of an offering. I have some herbs that I offer to her, or, some honey or something like that. But that's
Yes.
my morning. I do that in the morning. I work from home, so I don't have to get up and around and
That's
get ready for it and
fabulous.
stuff. I just hop out of bed and log onto the computer.
Right.
But
Right.
but I just do some little offering or something, and that's my daily devotion.
That's
That's
fabulous.
awesome. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is fabulous.
And it doesn't have to be a big thing, it doesn't have to
Right.
be some huge grandiose thing. It's just whatever little thing I can, muster that day. Some days are
Right.
better than others.
That's a good point. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially, sometimes there's this assumption, and I can say for myself back when, the days when we were all, just entering into this work. Oh, I have to have all the things and do
Yeah.
things a certain way. Otherwise, I'm not doing the right thing. And
Right.
then you get to that realization, like, wait, let's just recognize this is my practice. So I
Right.
have to
Mhm.
remember it's my practice.
Yep. And you can
Yeah.
follow it the way you want to do it for yourself.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
that is why I'm
Have some
always saying
structure.
witches are mainly solitary practitioners
Mhm.
more than they are group or coven. They're more solitary than people
Yeah.
realize.
Oh,
Uh,
definitely.
yeah. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what's become important to you.
What's become important to me? My peace.
I
Oh, God,
love
yes.
that.
My
That is
peace.
something
I
we
mean,
try to do. As we get older, we're just like, okay.
Yes.
peace.
My peace has become important to me. I don't want to sound tacky. I have rearranged some relationships in my life
Yeah.
Okay.
to give myself, oh, my dog is messing around, sorry.
Yeah.
Rearranged relationships in my life to give myself the peace that I need. If it is not a relationship that serves my higher good, I don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blessings and
I know that
hallelujah.
feeling. I know that
Yes.
feeling.
So I have removed some people, I've added some people, I've changed the priorities of things, but my main thing right now is just peace. 'Cause
That right there
And
is
part
a
of it is for your
strong
health
message.
too.
yes,
Huh?
very much so for my
Part of it
health.
is for your health because I don't think people realize how much stress is a base or an infrastructure for a lot of illnesses.
It
So
is.
when you have anything or anyone that provides stress within your life, I'm sorry,
Mm,
they have to go. I'm
They
sorry, it's
have
you
to
or me.
go.
yes.
You
You
or
They
are
have
me.
not.
to go.
You gotta go.
Yeah. It's not good for your health. And that is honoring self. And I'm giving
Mhm.
you
Yep. Yep.
that is fabulous. That is so important.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about those who are in your sphere, let's say those who are
Mhm.
invited in and those who are elsewhere, tell us about you and community right now. Tell us about
Community.
community. Yeah.
Right now, I'm about 4 classes into an in-person class that I'm teaching at the shop. It's a Witchcraft 101 class that we're doing,
Beautiful. Mhm.
and that's my way of the great work and giving back to the community.
Yes.
Um, and I'm enjoying it very much. It's some witches that are brand new, learning everything, and we're just having a blast with it.
Yes.
And we are. It's a year-long class. It's a
Yes.
year-long class. We meet
Excellent.
once a month, and we are just really enjoying ourselves. And it's
Yeah.
very relaxed, not stressful, not anything at all. Just very relaxed. And we take 2 hours on a Saturday and just learn.
Mm.
Love that.
And I am really enjoying. It's the most enjoyable class I've ever taught.
Wow.
That's
Definitely.
wonderful.
That's a
That's wonderful.
beautiful thing. Exactly.
What
That's a
would you
beautiful
like to
thing.
see? Yeah, it is. What would you like to see us as witches accomplish?
um, I would like to see us accomplish getting along and um, creating a community that's welcoming to
Mhm.
everyone. And um, I'm trying to choose my words carefully here.
Mhm.
Um,
It's okay.
big,
You can relax and say the words you need to
Yes,
say.
it's okay.
stop fussing.
Mhm.
Let's just we are facing a much greater enemy than each other,
Yes. Yeah.
and
Yes.
we absolutely need to come together, no matter what practice, no matter what wealth tier you're on, no
Mhm.
matter what anything. We could be endangered if
Yes.
things continue the way that they're going. So we need to come together and band together, and put aside the petty BS and just kind of band together as much as we can and
Yeah.
be on the side of one another,
Mm.
because things could get a little dicey if stuff keeps going the way it's going.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is so true.
Unfortunately, I don't have much faith in us because
I don't
as
either.
it's
I'm
just
not gonna
So
lie, I
sad.
don't
it's
either.
sad to say that, right? But you look around at so many of us and they've become so political in a sense.
Yeah.
I think they're forgetting who we are supposed to be,
Mm.
what our
Hmm.
ideologies are supposed to be, and they're letting the politics supersede that. And
Yeah.
who they've morphed into. I'm sitting there going, I don't even want to be around you. I don't
Mhm.
even want to have
Agreed.
a
I know.
conversation with you. And I've just stepped back with a lot of things. Unless
I
you
have.
come to
Yeah.
me in complete peace, as you said it,
Yes.
I don't even talk to me. We're
Yeah.
not.
I've stepped back from a lot of stuff too. I've had to reevaluate a lot of things, and it's hard because I enjoy teaching. I love to teach. I enjoy reaching out to our
Yeah,
community. I enjoy um, being with my people, so to
Mhm.
speak.
Mhm.
Um, but there's so much political stuff, and I don't care about the majority of it. I just want to stop. Can't we all just get along? Because
Right. Can we do
unfortunately.
better? We know better, so we should
we
do
do know
better.
better. But it
We
is
really
hard.
do.
We all have our ideologies. We all have our
Yeah.
things that upset us and stuff. I get it. We're human, but I just wish we could find a little bit more common ground.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
I
and
think the trajectory will get us there eventually, but
Yeah.
it may not be in my lifetime. I'll just
I
be
know,
honest.
right? I
It
was
may
just
not
gonna
be in
say,
my
what decade are
lifetime,
you in right
but
now? Because what we are witnessing right now, I honestly never thought I would witness
no.
Me either.
among
Me neither.
our peoples, supposedly,
Yes.
because it
Yeah.
so goes against the grain of who we are supposed to be
It really
Agreed.
about,
does.
that I am sitting there completely flabbergasted by a lot
Yeah.
of things that I'm seeing and
Yeah.
hearing certain people do and say that I don't even want to be friends with them on Facebook, even though
Mhm.
right now I'm kind of suspended. But when I'm not suspended,
Well, you
when I'm not
know.
suspended and I'm there, I have found myself unfriending people bit by bit, which is kind of sad.
Well, you
It
know.
is sad, and I like to keep, there's relationships that I've treasured, and there's relationships I've had for a long time that I really want to keep. But
I can't. I can't do it. Mm.
there's a point to my tolerance that just,
Yeah.
Mhm.
come
And
on,
that's
man.
where boundaries and good, what do they say? Good
Exactly. For your
fences make
health
for
and
good
yes.
neighbors or something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's keep
It's
the
just gotten
boundaries.
to a certain thing. But okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about, and you spoke about the class that you're offering, and that this is that really is, not just feeding your students who are new and getting this fabulous opportunity with you, but it's also feeding you at the same time, because I could see the joy that yeah, it's making you very happy. I love that. What other projects do you have, or that you have coming up, or things that you're even thinking about?
Well, I have, after I teach this class, I would like to go into like a, next step class for
Yeah,
them, for the same students. And then I
beautiful.
may redo this class for new students.
Wow, right on.
And I teach a few other classes up at the shop. I have a Patreon. I think everybody has a Patreon these days, that offers like a subscription box and tarot readings and stuff like that. I love reading tarot. I absolutely
That's
love
my
reading
jam
tarot.
too. So that's
I love reading tarot, so I offer those. And I do some at the shop sometimes in person. I do a lot online. But I don't have a whole lot coming up
That's
really
okay.
that's
in the thing. I I'm not a I kind
But
of
actually, I'm going to interject there because you do have a lot. Because you're saying the next step. The next step is
yes,
yeah,
a whole set of
exactly.
different classes that you have to plan. That's a big
yeah,
project right there.
it is a lot, and
More than you realize.
Yes,
More than you realize because
putting the classes
you know
together is a lot,
it's
because
a
it
lot
I
of
is.
work.
try to teach them. I want to teach them the witchy side, but I also want to teach them the
The
practical
theological,
side, the
exactly.
theological side,
Yes.
the whole, I want them to get the whole range, because I remember when I was learning, I know what I was missing.
Mhm.
Right,
I remember the questions that I had. So I'm trying to cover all the bases.
right, right.
And
Excellent.
so, and so far the
I
feedback
understand
from my
that.
students has been good.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, and
I feel like,
I
that's
just wanted to
wonderful.
say, the work I mean, the classes themselves and putting the content together and delivering and
It's
all of
a
that
lot
and
of
being there,
work. That's
it's
a
a lot of
huge
work.
that's a lot
But
of work.
then you also, I think about, and whatever your class size, those are also the human beings, and that you're kind of trying to guide through,
Yeah,
or give them at least a great foundation to begin their journey, which
right.
exactly.
is a huge responsibility also. Do
It
you know what I'm
is. And
saying?
it is. And I want them to have enough knowledge to be able to choose whatever path they want to choose. I don't want to choose for them. I don't.
Exactly,
Bravo.
exactly.
I want them to
Bravo.
choose whatever path they want. I just want them to have that foundation that I
Right,
didn't have. I want them to have that foundation going forward, so that they have the knowledge and the resources to pull from, to be able to
right,
choose whatever
right,
path they want to go down. And even if they don't choose witchcraft, if they think, oh, you
Right.
know what, this really isn't for me, that's
right,
good
right.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just as
That's
long as they have that knowledge.
and
Right.
that's what I mean by it's a lot of work because when I started back in what was it 1994 to teach witchcraft and theology, it's the reason why the program ended up being the Academy of Pagan Studies, and we do the first degree, second degree, third degree, then we
Mhm.
do the apprentice, and we do another year, and then we have you go to be the reverend, and we become ordained under our temple
Mhm.
itself,
Mhm.
and we gain that right because we presented the state with the studies that we have and what makes it a completion
Mhm.
certificate of completion and all of that. And it
Mhm.
takes a lot of work, a lot more than you realize.
It is a
Yeah.
lot of work.
A
And
lot
I
of work.
love that's
That's a
amazing.
big project.
Yeah.
It's a huge project.
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't tell anyone you don't have much
I
of that to go.
mean,
I'm listening to her say that. I'm like, wait a minute, what? No, that's a huge project. When I did it,
exactly.
I don't want to even start over again. I did it and I was like, I'm done.
That's why there's only one class a month. It takes me the whole month to
Right,
create
right.
the class.
It's a lot
Once
teaching.
you do it, like how we did it, now when the students that you have taught this year and maybe in the next year, they start teaching that first degree, that 101, and you
Yeah.
will teach the higher ones because they're learning as they teach.
And as they teach,
That's
Yes,
what we
exactly
also
so.
do, you know. So there's
Exactly
a
so.
whole reciprocal thing going on there. So don't
Yes.
do not put it down for what it is. It's a lot of work.
It's a,
It's a lot of work.
So okay, you have that teaching, right? Did I ask that question about what events that you have during the rest of this
Mhm.
year?
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
I did ask that already. Okay.
no,
Oh.
I was asking about your projects.
Oh,
and
Right.
projects.
Tara was
Sorry.
asking about your events.
What
Yeah.
events that you have going on? And you said
I
you
don't.
mentioned the classes, but if you're doing any, workshops for anybody else,
The only thing I have coming up, I was going to do spectral evidence, but I don't think they're doing that this year. So the only thing I have in February, I'm doing WitchCon, and that's all I have coming up.
right.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I'm doing WitchCon as well, like
Yeah.
in February.
Yeah.
And
me
you're
too.
right. They didn't contact us about spectral, so they may not be
I
having.
No,
no,
he's
Christian.
not doing it
Christian
this
said
year.
there wasn't enough interest in it. Paranormal's not
Right.
their audience, which I get.
Right.
I did spectral evidence last year, and I really enjoyed it. Though it was a
we did as
blast.
well. Yeah, and it was a blast. It was nice.
I loved it, and I was really looking forward to this year because I was going to do a class on the Hat Man.
Oh, wow.
I really wanted to do it this year. So
Wow, that's a
Well,
good
maybe he might bring
I
it back
only
one
know
day
that
when he
one
sees
because-
more
Yeah.
interest. When he sees
Yeah.
more interest, he might bring it back
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
because
So that's-
I do love paranormal stuff. I do paranormal investigations and stuff like that, and that's my kind of side hobby that I love. So
Right on.
I was excited about
I think
that.
what happens though with the paranormal side of it is that there are so many shows now online or on podcasts with paranormal,
There
and a
are.
lot of them treat it as a joke, and they
They
laugh.
do,
They do.
and I hate that.
It takes away
Mhm.
from what you can go with it or go further with it and things like that. So
Yeah.
it just makes it look like hokey pokey stuff, kind
Yeah.
of. A thing.
Yeah.
I call them the dude bros because I was like, dude, bro,
Oh, yeah.
and I just
Exactly.
don't like.
It's kind of yeah. It's pretty sad. I didn't
Yeah.
do spectral evidence this year, but but like you, I am a ghost hunter in that regard. I years back got my thing, did my research, had all the equipment. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
It's a
good
blast.
stuff. It's good stuff, but when you see them, I mean, as you were saying, because this is part of your experience anyway, if you're seeing them or hearing them,
Yeah.
it kind of just becomes second nature to say, okay, I'll work with that. And
Yeah,
It does. Yeah.
that's the thing, So anyway,
absolutely.
this is fabulous.
I'm really enjoying this.
We're so excited you could come back. I'm going to.
I'm so glad I was able to come back. I hate that I had so many technical issues last time.
That's okay. We were here and we handled it this time, and we're good to go.
That's right. So I just want to say we have a couple people in the chat. Lavetta is back. Hey, Lavetta. And then within the cauldron said, hey, Jenn.
Oh,
So somebody who knows
yes, I know all of them. That's my other podcast group.
Right
Oh, okay.
on.
All right.
Welcome. So happy you all could be here with us. That is fabulous. And Jenn,
Yes.
cannot thank you enough for
Yes.
joining us tonight. It was awesome having you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And
For making
now,
the time.
yes. But
And
now
we will see you next time.
We will see you next time. But now we want to share a little something about our other shows here on Magickal Witchy World TV. Oops, where are they?
All right, all right.
That
And
was
we're
so
back with the
cool.
astrology. That was so lovely
Yes.
having Jen with us, right?
Yes,
Awesome,
absolutely.
awesome. Okay, so the monthly horoscope for July 2026. We last did, I believe, was Scorpio, and we are beginning tonight with Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, all of you Sagittarians, you might experience a few financial hiccups this month. Mercury retrograde for the first 3 weeks of July creates unexpected expenses. I'm sorry. So you'll need to keep an eagle eye on your budget just to be on the safe side. Recognition and harmony at work were on the way when Venus changed signs on the 9th.
Mm,
But I want you to keep up the good work. There may be rewards before the month ends. The new moon on the 14th brought a tax break or surprise windfall, adding sweet relief.
mhm,
You'll be tempted to splurge on travel when the sun enters your long distance journey zone on the 22nd. But I want you to hold off until the next day when Mercury stations direct, because it will then become easier for
mm,
you, okay, to determine if this fits your budget. We don't want you to do things too just on the spur of the moment. And then there's the full moon on the 29th, which is excellent for a neighborhood, maybe block party or your own private party at home,
mhm,
whichever. Take charge and you could bring the community together. Okay. The sun is conjoined with your ruler Jupiter that night, raising the possibility of a major opportunity dropping into your lap. If something shows up, I want you to pounce on it. Okay.
mhm. Right
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, Capricorn. July brings both positive changes and challenges in relationships. The sun adds a dynamic element to engagement, but Mercury retrograde snarls communication. It could feel exciting and aggravating at the same time. So, the best plan, choose your words carefully. Romantic journeys may have solved problems with Venus when Venus entered the travel section of your chart back on the 9th. So keep in mind though, Mercury is still retrograde until the 23rd. So
Right.
problems could happen while you're jetting off with your honey. Wait until after Mercury stations direct on the 23rd before booking that second honeymoon. If you're single, the new moon on the 14th possibly revealed an admirer. It's well worth exploring. You might be pleasantly surprised to find you have a lot in common. Finances improve when the sun glides into Leo on the 22nd. So you'll be able to add to your bank account over the following 4 weeks. That's excellent. Your partner may also bring in more income, creating an overall sense of security. So get ready to tackle long overdue household projects as well when your when your ruling planet Saturn stations retro on the 26th. This may take until the end of the year, so don't let that discourage you. A slow, steady approach will lead to a dream home. The full moon on the 29th helps you get clear on what security means to you. So check in with your needs and plan accordingly.
There you go. And
Mhm.
Aquarius. Okay. Drama at work is possible due to Mercury retrograde. And this tricky transit promises to stir up plenty of dust, but you have the fortitude to manage it. Okay? Take the lead as soon as you see trouble brewing and you'll keep the peace. We were just talking about peace with Jen, remember?
Mhm.
You're going for your peace, okay, Aquarians? Finances may have increased when Venus danced into Virgo on the 9th. More money comes in, allowing you to put some away for future rainy days.
Mm.
A new job opportunity opens up around on the that opened up on around the 14th. It's new moon. If you want a change, send in your application. It's also an excellent day for a checkup. So make an appointment with your healthcare practitioner, and I want you to pay attention to the 18th, okay, which is tomorrow.
Mhm.
Uranus will be in a favorable angle to Pluto, blessing you with genius ideas. So, any ideas that are popping in your head
Mm.
tomorrow, anytime during the day or night up till the later, pay attention to it, okay? These could pay off handsomely. So, be sure to follow your instincts and your intuition. Beneficial relationships come into play when the sun changes signs on the 22nd. It's an excellent 4 weeks for meetings, network, and even a little romantic mingling.
Hmm.
Three stations direct the next day, ensuring you are in good form and unlikely to say the wrong things. Your ruling planet Saturn stations retrograde on the 26th, which could lead to mental tension. Blow that off with some road trips, maybe neighborhood events, and long weekends, reading books or something that brings you, again, that peace. The full moon on the 29th is your sign. In your sign is a permission that will help you update your appearance. Let go of outdated clothing, change your hairstyle, or even try a fresh lipstick. A total mood booster. Anything
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
Don't sleep on the lipstick. I'm just saying. So for you Pisceans, all right, Pisces, July. Romantic relationships need a little TLC this month. Mercury retrograde sets the stage for miscommunication and misfires. So think before you speak or even make a move. If you can't say something nice, please just say nothing, right? Finances may also have been thorny when your ruling planet Neptune stationed retrograde on the 7th. This transit lasts until December 12th and could make money disappear. So, a vigilant attitude and strict budget will prevent your resources from dwindling. Venus entered your partnership sector back on the 9th, so that eased some of the love drama. Coat your words with honey and you'll sweeten previous misunderstandings. That new
Mm,
moon we had this week on the 14th was ideal for finding a new love if you're single. It was also an excellent day to conceive a child if you want to expand your family. The reins at work are yours when the sun enters Leo on the 22nd, so don't be shy. Take the lead and steer your team to victory. Mercury goes direct finally on the 23rd, which will help you find all the perfect words once again. And that full moon on the 29th is best for rest. So take the day off if possible and make self care a priority.
yes. Yes.
Important stuff. Important
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And now, of course, we have to pull a card. Whoop, whoop. So
All
we have
right.
a theme going on here tonight.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, we really
Rhonda, what do you
do.
think? What do you think? What should we pull a card on tonight?
I think we ought to pull a card on what's with the theme tonight? Peace. So
Yes.
we just came through this new moon and we are in the Mercury retrograde. And I know
Oh my
it can be a
goddess,
little
yes.
challenging, but
It's
we
a
are
lot
in
of things.
also, what is it, the barbalt basket. So we have a lot going on astrologically right now. I think it's time to just look at how can we maintain a little inner peace?
Mm,
How do we maintain a little peace? So we'll
yeah.
just pull a card on that question.
Mm.
And if you guys have your cards handy, please do pull a card as well. How do you maintain a little inner peace right now? Well, laughing, and I'm like, "What is going on? Oh my gosh. How do I maintain a little inner peace?" 8 of
Uh-huh.
swords.
I'm just saying, I started laughing with mine. You're not going to leave mine, but go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm gonna just speak to this one. I know a lot of people that do not like this card. The Eight of Swords, often looked at or referred to as the, self-imposed misery, mental anguish, etc., etc. So how do I get to the place where I am able to find that bit of peace? I look at this and I really focus on the element, and this is me geeking out a little bit. So I'm focusing on the element. Swords is air. Swords is aligned with air. Air. This woman is bound up with these little cords, ropes, whatever you want to call them, around her. So if she were to take a deep breath, her chest would rise up a bit, those cords would loosen up a bit, and they could start to slide down. Then she can get her way out of those cords and then remove the little blindfold from her eyes. So
Mm.
I'm going to find my inner peace by working with the element, meaning I'm going to remember to breathe. This is a reminder for me to slow down, take a breath when I'm feeling agitated, stressed, what have you. If I'm worrying about all the things that need to get taken care of or addressed or what have you, slow down, take a breath, invite meditation into my day, and that will help me move through and achieve that level of peace that I need to have in this period. So that's how I'm reading
Right,
that
right.
the swords.
Yep.
What did you get?
And the reason I laughed was because I have the Queen of Swords.
You can't.
You can't make this shit up. I'm telling you.
Nope. Nope.
The Queen of Swords. And it's just so funny because especially remember when Jenn was talking about she had to do certain things to get rid of certain people and all the different things.
Yes.
And all I thought of was exactly what this card reminds me of. This is me incarnate. I don't care what anybody says. I see this as she is very good at putting up boundaries, setting up things where don't try me, don't fuck around and find out kind of a thing.
Yep.
And I looked at this card, I was like, oh dear goddess, this is me. And I'm just like,
so good.
This is me putting everything in action and just saying, don't try me. I'm not in that mood. I am not that person, and this is not that month.
That's right.
And right
I carry a blade.
as Jenn was talking about peace and all those things, I am so like, you know me by now.
Oh my God.
And as I've gotten older, I have gotten worse at this. Not worse, better at saying no, bye, no, keep away. I am very good at that now, and I really don't care.
And
I've reached that stage.
Right
I really
on.
don't care because it's all about my peace, my
Blessings
everything.
and hallelujah.
Because I have to think selfishly because they're not, obviously. And you're not going to impose any of those things on me. Sorry, bye. Sorry, not sorry, bye.
Sorry, not sorry, bye. And everybody has their own story and their own drama, and everybody's swirling in their own level of
and
misery.
you can keep yours to yourself and solve it. I don't care.
Swords, their own little 8 of swords. Right. It's just so I'm with you. Just sorry, not sorry. I love that.
I do this. I do this in a heartbeat now, and I'm just like, I really don't care.
And it's beautiful because, fences make for good neighbors, as the saying goes again. I love it. We both have swords. I just put my card back in the deck.
And that was the funny thing. We tend to pull cards that are very similar, which is weird. But we do that a lot sometimes. But such is life with that.
Yes,
so
I love
a little bit of info. My Facebook got suspended. I apologize for that. I don't even know how I did it. It just happened, and they didn't even give me a chance to protest. They went click. You're suspended for 180 days. I am trying to fix it, but people are panicking and trying to get a hold of me and wondering if I'm okay. I'm fine. I just got the boundaries went into place for me when I didn't even realize it was happening. So I will try to fix it as I can do the best I can. That's all I can do is the best I can. For next week, we either going to have that panel that we would like to do on respecting each tradition and religion as it is.
Right on.
If not, we will bring a guest on and make it work. All right.
But I just want to say we got Jenn, who was just our guest, is now in the chat saying, "Hey, friends, love the cards." Yes, love the cards. Oh my gosh, it was a great conversation.
Well, that's why I started laughing, Jenn. The minute I saw that card, I was like, "Oh my god!" So I started laughing right away. And then she says. And then Rhonda says she's got the 8 of swords, and I'm like, oh my God. We always have a tendency to pick very similar cards. And
it's true.
She's in New Jersey, I'm in New York City, and it's just like, it's what we do.
It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Such is life, right?
Such is life.
Anyways.
I do. Before we sign off, I need to get your 2 cents about last weekend and Witches Fest.
Oh, right. Yes. Witches Fest.
Oh, how soon we forget.
I know, right? Au contraire, right?
Au contraire.
Actually, it was absolutely epic because we were inundated from the very beginning. We got there at 8, a little bit before 8:00. And everybody wanted to just kind of pile into their different spaces. And it was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. All day long, the premise of the day was vendors coming and saying either they did not make enough items, they got sold out of certain items, how well they've done that they have not done this well in a long time. So there were a
Yeah.
lot of vendors were doing so well, and we were booked up entirely, and some vendors were
Yeah.
not able to make it in, either their van broke down or whatever it was. But the across the board, everyone said that to them it was so fantastic.
Yes.
They were very crowded.
Yes.
Rob Zombie walked through again. He gave me a nice big hug, him and his wife.
Aw.
He always seems to stop by
I
and
didn't
say
see
hi.
him. I was reading all day, and my booth was right next to yours. I
And
did
you
not
couldn't
have
even
one
you
break.
couldn't come out. You couldn't
There
come
was
out
no
all
break.
day. You
And
had
there
to
were
turn some
plenty of
people away.
readers there. I was
Yeah,
not
and
the
there were
only
lots of
reader.
readers, and a lot of them said they had to turn people away. It was
Yes.
too much.
I turned lots.
They
I'm
were
getting
too crowded.
contacted from people now.
It was too crowded. Yeah, it was just too crowded.
It was so
But
much fun.
too crowded is a good thing.
Too crowded is a good thing. It was great.
It's a good complaint that it was too crowded. That that they had all of that. The weather began at first with a little bit of rain, but then it just took off the rest of the day. People walked through it with pretty little umbrellas, saying that's part of my costume.
That's right. That's right.
Or
That's
whatever it
right.
was. But
That's
it was
right.
a beautiful, beautiful day
It
all
was.
across the board. I like that people were very happy, or
Yes.
vendors who said that they've been to many other events, but that they really, truly enjoyed this one.
Yes.
I love the fact that they truly enjoyed it, and that they
And that
made
they did well.
did so well as vendors. That is
Yeah.
always a thing that I love. And they also said, some of the things that was said was that they really enjoyed the way that they felt so nurtured,
Yes.
because we had our people going around and asking them if they were all right. We created a space for them to be able to go to the bathroom,
Yes.
the PIN numbers and all of that, of where they can go and who, because there's always some sort of a restaurant or
Yes.
store that allows them to go to the bathroom and all those
Yes.
different things. So all those things adds up and make it, very, 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 very fun for
Yes.
everyone to be there.
Yes.
So I was like in seventh heaven, knowing that people really truly enjoyed themselves, and the comments and the emails and the messages and stuff like that.
Yes.
That was very, very encouraging.
It was
So
awesome.
it was
It was
almost like
awesome.
it was pre-pandemic type of Witches Fest.
Yes.
How it was before the pandemic, and now we're back. It's
It
like
was
if we came back.
exciting. It was
We
very
even had a
exciting.
waiting list. We had a waiting list that we could not even fulfill. So yeah, it got inundated, but it was
Yes.
wonderful.
It was
and it was tiring. It
wonderful.
was very tiring.
Awesome. I lost my voice. I
I
literally
know,
lost
right?
my
It
voice.
was just too much. It was a lot
was
of people, a lot of
crazy.
people. But it was all
But it was
wonderful.
fun.
It was
It was
great, an amazing
it really
event.
was. So
I'm proud of everyone and everything that we did.
yes.
So Rhonda
Everyone.
and I would like to
Everyone.
say thank you to all of you in the chat tonight. And
Yes.
we want to thank our wonderful, lovely guest, Jenn Norman, for being with us here tonight.
Yes.
And we so enjoyed it.
Yes.
And Rhonda,
Please, everyone, we really appreciate you watching. Do like, subscribe, and share. We greatly,
yes.
greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a wonderful night, everyone, and see you next week.
See you next week.